Hi there, it's Rachel Greig, and in this video I wanted to have a bit of a play with the new Tim Holtz and Ranger Halloween products. So these are the first three that are available for this year. So what it includes is a grit paste. This is the Crypt colour. So this is a kind of like a stony, cementy kind of colour. It's got a nice little black fleck through it as well. So this is the grit paste, and it's a, as you can read here on the label, a tinted translucent paste with black flecks for textured dimensional effects. And I've got some good ideas for this one here. And then there's also 6 new mica stains. Now they come in 2 separate packets with 3 stains in each, or 3 mica stains in each. So even though these are released as a Halloween release and it's got kind of Halloweeny colours inside of it, it doesn't mean that you can only use it for Halloween projects. So because they are colours that you can use for any project or any time throughout the year really, but it is a part of their Halloween release. So of course you can use it for your spooky makes if you want to, but you can also use it for anything that you may require these beautiful colours for. So I wanted to open up these packets and open up the grit paste, and let's have a bit of a play. Before I open the packet, I just want to show you the back here, and just it says on here what it can be used for. These are the mica stains. So it's got add colourful pearlescent shimmer to paper crafts or mixed media projects. Mica stains adhere to paper, canvas, wood, fabric and other porous surfaces. Used with distressing oxide spray stain, oxide spray to create colourful luminous effects and backgrounds. So as you can see, it works on a lot of surfaces, which makes it really versatile and useful. Okay, so the first thing I thought of when I saw the grit paste Crypt colour was with our new stencils. So these are some of our new arch stencils. We've got the Gothic arch and also the convex arch. And I mean, these stencil shapes can be used for a lot of different things, but one of the things that our creative team, when we were brainstorming, we were going, well, they'd look really great as little tombstones, especially this convex one here, and also this Gothic one. These kind of shapes were used for headstones back in the day, so these particular shapes. I'm just going to move these aside, but these stencils do come with the mask as well, but I'm just going to set those aside here. And I'm just going to go on to some black cardstock, and I'm just going to put the stencil down and open this up, and we'll just use a palette knife and just see if we can create a really nice little textured tombstone. So I'm just going to grab some of this out here, and I'm just going to do this really quickly. You could stick your stencil down with a bit of washi tape if you wanted to really make it stay in place. Okay, so I want this to be kind of rough, meaning that I don't mind if there's a little bit of texture on it, like this. Gives it that little handmade stony effect. It's quite a nice little grit paste here, and it's got that stony colour already in it, and that nice little black fleck through it as well. So you don't have to add anything to it if you just want a stony look. Now I'm going on to black cardstock here, and because it is a translucent paste, you can see some of that black showing through there because I've got it sort of lighter in some areas and then thicker in the others. So depending on how thick or thin, or if you want some of your under cardstock to show through, then just have a bit of a play and see what you want to do. Alright, I'm just going to leave some of that where it's thicker and thinner, and I'm trying to get a little bit more texture here to show like as if it was a cemented tombstone where they left it a bit rough. And this texture paste will dry exactly how I leave it. Okay, let's lift that off. And there you go, you've got your little textured tombstone there. So that's pretty cool, hey? Okay, so let's do one with the convex arch stencil. Let me just set that aside while that's drying. And then this one here. And even though I'm just going on to some black pieces of cardstock, you could just do it directly onto a card or straight into your art journal. These here, I could mount these and stick these onto a card if I wanted to send some Halloween cards, or you could cut them out. So you could just leave like a little black border and trim them out and then layer them up onto some other projects. So again, this one is nice and easy, so it's really easy to apply. So I'm just using a little flat palette knife. You could use any other type of palette knife to apply this. And again, now I've got all my little convex arch covered. Now I'm just going through to add a bit of texture, and that's just simply just by getting your palette knife and just doing little strokes, as you can see here, that what I'm doing here. And again, depending on your thickness, you'll see some of that black cardstock showing through. Okay, there we go. And there's our little convex tombstone. Now, if you wanted to stamp inside of it, say you wanted to, put a date on there or something, you could, if you made it really thick, you could then use some alphabet stamps and then press inside that, and then that would make that texture paste recessed a bit, and then you'll get a really nice effect as well. So there's some cool little tombstones with those. I'll just set those aside to dry. The other thing is, it's not just for tombstones, obviously. Anything that you'd like with that kind of cementy look, you can also colour this up. So if you didn't want it to have that grey look to it, but you did want it to like have that black fleck through it, but some other colours, you could just add a drop of like a re-inker and then make it a different colour. What I do want to show you though is, if you don't want to use it for Halloween projects, but you still want to use it for some other things. So we've got our brick wall stencil, and of course, because this has got that little cementy look, you can create little bricks. So I'll just quickly show you this. This is just in a Dylusions black journal. Again, I'm just going on black, but you could do this on white as well. Okay, and I'll just do this quickly just to give you a bit of a look on how this looks. So the trick is, even though things or products may be branded for a particular season, the trick is to think about other ways you can use it, and then that means that you will get more out of your products and you'll be able to use them for lots of different things. Okay, so I'm just adding some more bricks. I'll just do a little corner here just to give you a bit of an idea. There we go, lift that off. Oops, I've got a bit of extra bits up there. Just chuck that back in the pot there. And then you can see there how you can create your own little bricks. And again, I've just done that so there's different types of texture on there. If you wanted them to be more solid, then you'd spend a bit more time making sure that it is all the one depth. But that just gives you an idea on how you can use the grit paste for things other than Halloween. So here's the 6 mica stain colours, and so there's Harvest Moon, which is a really nice yellow. There's Burning Ember, which is a really, really rich orangey brown. Look at that. That's a beautiful colour. And then we've got Decayed, which is kind of like a warmy neutral, almost like a platinum kind of colour. And then we've got Fortune Teller, which is a really nice purpley fuchsia colour. And then a Wicked Elixir, which is a nice little sage greeny kind of colour, and then Iron Gate, which is a slate pewter colour as well. So these can be used together or obviously just on their own, and just looking at these colours, I've already got some stencils in mind that I'd like to use them with. So I just want to show you a couple of different surfaces that you can use them on. The first one here is a Kraft surface. So this is Dina Wakley's Kraft journal, and we'll just open up to a page here, and I just want to show you, let's just bring out some stencils. So this is our Sunshine stencil. Actually, I'll go this way. As you can see, this has already got some leftover paint on top of that, but that's okay. So I'm just going to put that there on my journal there. Now with Mica Stains, I like to swish it side by side rather than going up and down, because I just want the mica down the bottom there to mix without it going up the little nozzle thing. And you'll hear that it's got a little mixing ball inside, so that's just mixing around that mica spray. And the trick that I've found with the Mica Stains is that you really don't need to use a lot to get a really nice coverage on your project. So just a couple of spritzers like that, and then just lift off your stencil, and then you can see there all of that shimmer, and I just did a really light spritzing of that mica stain. So when you look at it in the light, you can see all of that shimmer, and as it dries, it'll just give you a really, like, it just, yeah, really brings out that really nice shimmer. That is absolutely delicious. Love it. Right, so that's the sunshine stencil, and again, I've got some left over on the stencil. I'll just move this journal aside because that is still drying. This is where I start running out of space already. Okay, and then we'll just grab another journal, and then we will grab a water spritzer and I'm just going to, trying to do it without wetting everything, just spritzing this stencil. Okay, let's see. I'm just spritzing this stencil just to reactivate that mica, and then we will place it down on this journal page. Just going to grab a paper towel roll there to press that down onto the journal page, and then lift this off, and then you can see how vibrant that color is on one of these journals. And then again, it's still very wet, but if you just look at it in that light there, you can see all of that shimmer that's within that journal. For this next one, I just want to layer up a couple of colors. I've just got down the large butterfly stencil. So this comes with the open area and then also the butterfly mask. So I'm just going to spritz through. Let's start with some of this purple one. This is called the fortune teller. So I'm just going to mix this up. I'll actually mix the green up at the same time. Okay, so I want to spritz this through the butterfly stencil for a base color, and I'm just masking off this bottom butterfly here, just using a few paper towels here. So I just want to do a light covering here of this bottom butterfly, and just giving you a look at that color there. Look how pretty that is. It's a really pretty color when you get the right light there. Look at that. Okay, so now I want to place my butterfly mask over the top, and then I'm going to spritz over the top using the green. So I'm just shaking this up, and then now just spritzing over the top a little bit here with this green color, just to give a bit of a mist, and I'll just bring it ever so slightly over here onto my sun rays just to blend those two pages together. So this here I just want to go over the butterfly a little bit more. Now I don't want too much. Remember, this goes a long way, but I just wanted to cover that purple area a little bit, so then you get that really nice subtle difference there, and that's when you get your details in your butterfly. And you could do it the reverse way. You could do the green as the base and then go over with the purple. It just depends on what dominant color you wanted for your butterfly. And then you've still got that really nice green that goes over the rest of that page. Now again, this is on Kraft, but it's showing up really nicely or subtly here on the Kraft, depending on where you look. See how you can see there with the sunshine? Just depends on how the light goes onto your page. If I go like that, you can really see those colors shine through. So that's just on that page. Now again, I've got some leftovers on these stencils. So I'm just going to, for the sake of showing you how it looks when you want to go on to something lighter. Just going to press this butterfly down. Just a paper towel just to make it connect with the page. And then lift that up. And then you've got a nice little butterfly. So that's a really nice watercolor effect, and then again when that dries, that'll give you that really nice shimmer on that page. So that's another little way you can use those little mica stains. So the mica stains work really well on black cardstock as well. I've just got a couple of stencils here. I just want to show you these other colors quickly. So for this one here, I just want to go through the crackle stencil. This is with the burning embers color. Again, just a real light mist here. And then lifting that off. When that dries, that'll give you that really nice shimmer. You can see there how really good that's going to look as well. On the left side, let's go through. Here's one of the large brick wall stencils, and let's do iron gate with this one. And the more this dries, the more that shimmer and the mica will really show through. Okay, so let's use this iron gate with the brick wall stencil. And again, I'm just doing a real light covering. But you can see already how a really nice brick effect that gives. And again, when that dries, that mica is really going to show up even more. And you can see here how this one's drying, how much more that's showing up on this page. And it kind of looks like cracked mud. So it works really well on black cardstock as well as the Kraft cardstock and your normal mixed media cardstock as well. So I've got out the large honeycomb stencil, and I just want to have a bit of a play with this one with the Harvest Moon colour. And I'm just going to spritz a little bit on here. I don't need too much. And then I want to combine it with the Burning Ember colour, just to give it a kind of like a duotone look. So it just shows you that you can mix and match the mica stains. You don't need to just stick to one colour. Again, so just doing a little bit there. I'll lift that stencil off, and you can see already in the light how that's starting to shimmer there on that black cardstock. And when that dries, that's just going to show up even more on that black. So I'll just set that one aside. And then just to show you what it looks like on the Dylusions journal. So I've still got all of that mica on my stencil. I'm just going to spritz that with water just to reactivate that mica stain and make it more fluid. And then we will press it down onto this page to create a really nice watery, mica-y background. So I'm just going to press this one down and then lifting that off, and then you can see how easy it is to make a really nice honeycomb background. And you've got those two colours together, so you can see that they're blending together, which really gives it a really nice like blended look to it. And if you bring it up to the light, you can see that shimmering as well, and as that dries, that shimmer will really show through. Okay, so one last project. I just wanted to show you the decayed colour. So what I've got out here is our 3 circles stencil. So this stencil comes with 3 different size circles and also the masks. So what you can use with the masks is, I'm just going to use the largest one here to create a moon. And just get a little bit of a spray there. So that little circle shape is going to mask off the circle. So that can be my moon. And then as the mica stain dries, I'm just going to go over it with a paper towel because I just want it to be a little mist. So see that? So that's like a misty moon, and you've got that really nice shimmer on there. And then I've got my little bare tree stamp, and I'll just put it on a block. Okay, so I've got the Bare Tree Eclectic stamp, and I'm just inking it up here with jet black archival ink, and then just making sure that that's fully inked, and then I'll stamp it over here so it kind of looks like a spooky little scene with the full moon in the background. So there's our little bare tree there. And then you could create little horizon lines, you could stamp some little birds over the top, but it just shows you that you can stamp over the top of the mica spray as well, or the mica stain, and you've still got that real nice little shimmery look to it. So I hope this has given you some ideas on how these mica stains and the Crypt grit paste can be used. So my little backgrounds here on the black journal have dried, so you can really see that shimmer, that mica showing through, and how vibrant that looks on that page. And I'll just show you the page before, which was the brick wall, and check out that looks amazing. And then also the crackle. So it just means you can create some really nice backgrounds or other effects for your projects. So these products, they are a limited edition, so if you're interested in them, I'd be jumping onto it right now and currently they are available on our website, or ask for them at your favourite craft retailer. Thanks so much for watching.